starting off my shallots, or some of them today, and I'll be doing them as usual in these 15 salt trays to start them off with. The compost I'll be using is my worm compost, and I think this is going to be the third year of using it. I've had really good success rate with that the past 2 years, and the only thing I do, I just add a little bit of fish blood and bone, sprinkle it in and give that a little mix in like that, and that's all that I use for starting the seedlings and any of the bulbs off. I'm just doing 15 of this variety. Never done these before. They're called Hative de Noir, and these are very popular on the show bench. A bit big for pickling for me, so I'll probably still do my usual ones for the pickles, and that's the Golden Gourmet. But in the meantime, I'm going to put these in. The compost just been put straight into the cells. I'll give it a light tap, not being compressed at all, and all I'm going to do is lightly seat each onion set on there, and that's all there is to it. And once all these are done, I'll be popping it into the greenhouse on the allotment. I'm putting them alongside the sweet peas that we sowed earlier, and they'll be okay now. I will put a little lid on the top just to keep the soil as warm as possible to get the roots going. So this worm compost is ideal for sowing seeds. When I do actually sow seeds in, I'll be adding a little bit of sharp sand in just to give it a bit of extra drainage. But all in all, that's all I need. The downside, and it's not really a downside, is it? It's hard to dry out. So in this case, I've not watered. I've just put the bulbs in, and they'll be left like that, and that's it. So I'll just get a lid on and pop on, and that's sorted. Along with many other areas of the country, we've had our first few flutterings of snow. Here in the West Midlands, we've escaped quite lightly. However, I know up north have had some quite high snow drifts. What it brings home, the weather's not getting any warmer, and the snow and the cold is definitely coming in. If you have got any electronic devices that's unnecessary now, it's well worth spending a few minutes just to disconnect them and take them inside. This is a watered timer that I use to water the borders in the garden. Although it is fully waterproof, I have actually destroyed one a few years ago through leaving it out, and the inside got frozen and the electronics went. So I'm just going to disconnect this now and put it inside. In the short space of time it took me to go and get this wrench, it started raining. This is fed from the house mains water supply. There's a shut-off valve there which is turned off, and there's also one as it exits the building, and there's a drain cock on there which will drain that, and it'll stop this then from freezing. Another job which has forced me to get done now the snow's there is to actually get my baskets in with the begonias. So I'm going to be putting those in the greenhouse. If you visit the garden centre this time of the year here in the UK, you're more than likely be bamboozled with Christmas items, trees, lights, gifts and that sort of things. But if you do have a little delve around, sometimes you can come across a little bonus items, and I certainly found a few bargains here. I'll just share them with you. First of all, I've got 3 packs of asparagus. Now you may know, I think it was last year or the year before, I had the mole in and he wrecked my asparagus bed. I had decided that I was going to replenish it in the spring, this is going to be. So I managed to pick these up, and there's 2 crowns in each. These are called Gijnlim, I think it is, that's the pronunciation, F1. There's 2 crowns, and I picked up 3, and they cost me £1 a packet. You can actually plant these in the autumn, but I'll be holding these till the spring, mainly because I don't want to put them in now. The soil's started to get cold, and also we're likely to get prolonged spells where the soil's going to be very, very wet. So I'll keep these dry, and say we'll be planting those in the spring. So those are a pound each for six crowns for £3, which I think is a real good bargain. The other thing I managed to pick up, as you might gather as well, I like alliums. These are the small variety. There's 5 called Christophe in there. Flower heads up to 20 centimetres across. Flowers May to June. Flowering height 50 centimetres or 20 inches. There's 5 bulbs in there. And this one here is called Purple Sensation. Again, flowers May to June. Flowering height 90 centimetres, 36, a little bit higher. And there's 5 bulbs in there. And each one of those cost me £1. So £2, I've got 10 nice alliums. Last but not least, staying on the allium theme, I've got these. These are labelled at £7 a packet. 15 kings and queens are called. There's Allium nigrum and Allium Purple Sensation. Flowering May to June, and the flowering height is 70 to 90 centimetres, which is 20 to 36 inches. And there's 15 bulbs in there altogether. And this one here again is the same one, 15 kings and queens. So these are £7 a packet, and I got these for £3 each. So for £6, I was happy with that. So keep your eyes open. You can find yourself some decent bargains even at this time of year. Here in the Midlands, the weather's took a turn for the better. Last night the thermometer was showing 11 overnight for mid-December. That's fairly good. So I'm still got quite a lot of things harvesting on the allotment. There's 2 celeriac. The smell off these are beautiful. Got some parsnips to do, swede, carrots, and all those are going into a stew. A bit later on, I've got some couple of surviving cabbage. These are from the summer and they're still going strong. I'll be taking one of them and some sprouts. So I'll collect all these and I'll bring you back when I've finished. For our dinner today, I've just picked up these couple of cabbages. Not very big, but so these should have been picked in the summer really, but nice and firm, so that'll do us. And one of my favourites here, the sprouts. This is probably my best year with the sprouts. This variety is called Crispus. Nice and firm, as you can see behind here. There's still plenty on, so that's going to see us well the way through into January. So this is the first pick of the crops. Got 2 nice parsnips here, 3 celeriac, I think there's still a couple left, and a swede. There's a few more, a bit bigger than that. And these are the carrots. These are sweet candle, believe it or not. Very light sowing, and I didn't thin them out, but nevertheless, I think they'll carry us right the way through till winter. While we've still got the weather on our side, I'm going to try and get those allium bulbs you saw earlier, and to plant those into the borders in the garden. And that's another job out of the way. And then, weather permitting again, next few days, hope to clear the greenhouse out in the garden, and also give the vitapods a good wash down and sterilising. That'll be in preparation for me sowing the seed onions, the large onions. I know quite a few people have already started them, October some people, but unless you're growing for show or giant veg, for me I can't really see the point in doing it that early. But anyway, that's all for now. Many thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.